Unit 2, Sketches. In this video, we will go over sketch fundamentals and how sketches can be used. Fusion 360 uses an advanced sketch system to start off designs. Sketches are 2D designs that can be transformed into 3D objects at later times. Sketches may seem very overwhelming at first, but it is okay to take them slow. Fully mastering sketches gives you a great understanding of how to model. Please take this video slowly and ensure that you understand what everything means. Being 2D objects, sketches have to be done on a 2D plane. This is where our origin comes in. Go ahead and ensure that your origin is visible. If you cannot see it, go ahead and select the eye for the origin in the top left corner. Like I said in previous videos, the origin consists of the origin point, the 3 planes, as well as 3 vertices. If you want to hide specific objects, you can click on the origin drop-down menu and hide whichever ones you want. To create a sketch, we are going to press on this icon in the top left corner. Once we press it, we are going to see grid lines on each one of these planes. You can change the starting plane by moving your cursor or pressing on the plane you want your sketch to be on. Go ahead and press the bottom plane. You will see your camera automatically orient towards that plane. If you want to hide your origin, go ahead and turn it off. From here, we will see a completely new set of tools in the top of our screen. We will also see a new folder in the browser called Sketches. If we open up this folder, we will see our sketch underneath it. We can have multiple sketches in our Sketches folder. Sketches use line segments to create its geometry. All objects within the sketch environment are going to be lines of some sort. Starting in the top left, we can see the line tool. This allows us to create a line segment with ending points where we click. Go ahead and create a line on the origin point and another point on the grid. You can see that we just created a line. To delete this line, you can click on it and press backspace, or you can press Ctrl Z. We are going to create another line again, but we are not going to click the second point. Once we do this, we will see 2 tags come up. One for distance and one for angle. These 2 tags, or dimensions, control the total length or the angle of the segment. We can alternate between these by pressing Tab. This allows us to select each label and set the distances that we want. Start by changing the length to 50 millimeters and the angle to 45 degrees and press Enter. This allowed us to constrain the line and give it a fixed position. Go ahead and delete everything again. Create another line, but without doing that dimension step, and press Escape. If we want to constrain that line after we created it, we have to use the Dimension tool, illustrated by a line with 2 arrows connecting it in our toolbox. You can either press this or press D. By pressing this and selecting the line, we can now set the length of the line by doing the same thing. Another thing that you can do is that you can select the distance in which it was measured, whether it be in the X or Y directions. So if you press on the dimension and delete, you can select it in the Y direction or that was the X, or in the Y. You can also put lines on other points. If the constraints are in the way of your sketch objects, you can drag and click them away. So if I create a dimension constraint right here, and I want to move this over here, I can do so. Go ahead and create a line going to the right, and set the dimension to be 50 millimeters. From this point, create a vertical line and select the dimensions to be 30 millimeters. If the dimension tags are in the way, you can move them out. From here, create a connecting line between the origin and the end point of that second line. Once you connect the lines to make a triangle, you will notice that all three lines enclose a region that is now colored blue. This is known as a sketch profile. You can turn off the blue shade in the right options menu under the profile toggle. At the very top of the sketch palette options, you can see the line type option. The one to the left is known as the construction line. If you click on one of your lines and click on the construction line, it will change the line type to be a construction line. A construction line acts just like a line, except it is mostly used to constrain other objects, not as a line. For example, if I wanted this triangle to be 50 millimeters to the right, I could create a construction line, type in 50 millimeters to set the dimension, and then from this edge, I can build off other lines. To revert that line back to a normal line, you just have to press on the line and then press construction line again, and it will revert it back to a normal line. If you want more than one line to be selected, you can toggle it without selecting a line, and every line following it will be a construction line. So if I press the construction line and then create more lines, these will all be construction lines. Go ahead and create a construction line that is 30 millimeters to the right, like this. Make sure you're toggled as a construction line. Make sure to deselect the construction line type and make a vertical line from this point 30 millimeters up. You can move the tags out of the way if they get in the way. Create another line from the construction line and make it 40 millimeters to the right. Connect the two lines with another line. This is going to complete our sketch. To complete our sketch, we are going to press Finish Sketch in the top right corner. Now we can see our sketch appears in the sketch browser. If we wanted to edit our sketch, we can double click on the sketch, and if we wanted to rename it, we could right click on the sketch. From here, we are going to find the extrude option in the top left corner of the screen. From here, we can select the profile we created. Extrude allows us to take a 2D profile and create an extrusion of that shape. If we look at the right side of the screen, we can see the different profiles we want in the starting plane, which we normally select as the profile plane. We can also select the direction we want, whether it be one direction, two, or symmetrical. For now, we want to keep this in one direction or one side. We will see a distance box. Here we are going to type in 20 millimeters. From here, press OK. Now our operation was a new body, so it will create a completely new 3D body for us. If we wanted that to cut into a different body or intersect into a different body, we can choose those in the operation menus. We can now see how our browser and timeline updated. We now have a bodies tab in our browser, and we also have a new body extrude in our timeline. We can also see our sketch timeline. Go ahead and edit your sketch by double-clicking on it in the timeline. We can see the object disappear because we are technically going back in time to edit our sketch. From here, we want to change the vertical length of our triangle to 50 millimeters. Finish the sketch. We will see that our triangle has automatically updated that length, and now one of the lengths is 50 millimeters long, without us going back and changing our initial extrude. That is how we change dimensions of an object retroactively in Fusion, and becomes really important when we start making parametric models. That's it for today's lesson.